Okay, good evening everybody. Welcome to Wednesday night's show of Less Music, More Music, and tonight we have with us Siobhan Mazzei.
Hello.
Welcome Siobhan, thanks very much for coming along.
Hello everybody, you alright?
We could probably spend the first section just talking about your names. Do you want to tell us a bit, where do the names come from? Because Mazzei, which I believe is not the correct way of saying it, should be Mazzei.
It is.
Okay.
Where'd you find that?
Research.
Brilliant. Well, Siobhan, oh that's an interesting one. Okay, well, yeah.
More research.
Exactly. How did you know that? Okay, well, yeah. Basically, Siobhan is it's an Irish name. I'm not Irish at all, but I think I was in my mum's tummy at the time, and she was watching an interview with Bananarama, and obviously Siobhan, one of the band members, came up, and a name kind of popped up, and my mum was like, Siobian? Siobian? And then, you know, the interviewer was like, so, Siobhan, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, oh, Siobhan, that's a nice name. Oh, yeah, call my baby that. Yeah, cheers. So that's that one. Yeah, so Siobhan is from Bananarama. Yeah, Mazzei's Italian. It's quite a common Italian name. As far as I'm aware, it's a bit like Smith or Jones, like it would be in England. That is quite popular.
So what is the Italian connection?
My granddad is Italian. That's the Italian connection there. That's it. Yeah.
Now, just staying on the theme of names, you've got an unusual nickname.
Yes.
Why have you got that nickname, The Shed?
Shed, right. Well,
Shed.
It's actually the story of that is not great at all. Basically, obviously my name's Siobhan. I just get called Chev. You know, Chevy to the levee, Chev. All the variations of Chev, because Siobhan. And then someone decided one day that they just kind of walked in and was like, "You're right, Shed," instead of Chev, and trying to be cool, and it just didn't work. And all my friends were like, "Aha, Shed," and it stuck. And yeah, 11, 14 years later, the name's still there. Yeah, it's just there.
So it's nothing to do with my research thinking it was where you played your first gig in Leicester?
No. Although it is where I played my first gig.
Spooky.
Yeah.
Hey,
there you go.
How did you get into music? I don't know. Did you first start writing music, playing the guitar, or singing?
It was the guitar that was like the main thing. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Like I was at school. I was like 12, 13, and I used to hang out with all the lads, and they were just like, "Oh yeah, I've started playing the guitar," and you know, I wanted to like get in with them, and you know, kind of like peer pressure really, but it was like, yeah, I'll do that. I want to be cool like them. And then I picked it up, and I just never stopped really. It was from there, it was like, it just became my love sort of thing. And then the singing kind of followed after, really. It was just one of them things where it's like, yeah, I can write lyrics. Oh, you know, I used to write a lot of poems and things like that, and they became songs. And it was like, oh, I can actually put these things together. And yeah, it just happened like that really.
And have you ever had any formal guitar sort of training or tuition?
Nope, I taught myself. Completely self-taught. Yeah.
And can you write music?
You can give me maybe 5 hours to write Twinkle Twinkle Little Star if you want. Yeah, like, yeah, I've got the grasp, but if you put a sheet of music in front of me,
no,
I just sit there and cry. So no, I can't really.
So how do you go about writing your songs? Does the music come first, or do the lyrics come first?
It varies, to be honest with you. It's one of them. It's one of them where, you know, I can be sitting there. I mean, usually 9 times out of 10, I am sitting there with my guitar, and you know, I start like playing something that I like, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, you know, and then the kind of music is there, and then there's a certain phrase, or there's a certain feeling that is with that, and it kind of starts from the middle and goes outwards, and you know, a song is born. Sort of thing.
And how long does it take you from, say, that initial germ of a song to having it ready for you being happy to perform it or to record it?
Oh gosh. Well, I mean, it could take from like, you know, an hour to weeks to write a song. It really just depends on my mood, depends what's going on. But in terms of recording it, it'll probably take forever because I'm never satisfied with, like, you know, the song until I know it's good. I know I can't perform it any better than that final point. But, you know, I think it takes performing it before recording it, to be honest, because then you kind of get your feel for it and you hear people's reactions to it and whether it's actually worth recording in the first place and feedback from people and, you know, what they think. And yeah.
And how do you gauge a song? Once you've come up with a song and you've refined it to pretty well what you think's right, do you then record it yourself and listen back and think that sounds good or not, or do you literally take it to a gig and see what the reaction is?
It is literally taking it to a gig, seeing the reaction, and then moving on to recording, to be honest. Yeah, gigs my first love, so yeah, defo.
You mentioned gigs. When you started playing music, what was your first gig? Can you remember what you would term as being your first performance stroke gig?
That is a difficult question. I'd say, it was either at the Shed, to be honest. I mean, I used to play in bands, so I would always be the guitarist in a band. I'm trying to think. What was my first band called? I used to be in a band called formerly known as, which was a screamo band. I know. Different. I wasn't the screamo. But yeah, I played the guitar in that. So I think, I'm pretty sure first gig was at the Shed. But solo-wise, I think the first time I actually sat in front of an audience where I thought they're really going to judge me, like this is actually a venue sort of thing, was the Musician when I used to go to the open mics there when I was around 18. So yeah, 5 years ago.
And how nerve-wracking is that when you're doing your first?
Well, I mean, there's a recording. I think there is actually a recording of it somewhere knocking around Facebook, and I sound awful. But you can just tell the nerves in there, and I'm playing things too quickly, and I'm playing things really slowly, and then I'm like, oh, you know, I was cracking myself.
Can you remember what the audience reaction was?
Really good, surprisingly. Yeah, when I listened back to it, I was like, wow, this is awful. But yet, I remember all the like wonderful comments I had after, and I think that really was what made me carry on. You know,
so that could almost have been a make or break gig.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I do care a lot about what people think, you know. So, yeah, I'd agree. Yeah, defo. Yeah.
On that note, could we ask you to do your first couple of songs for us, please?
Yeah. Do you want a couple, one after the other?
Please.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. What I'll do for you then, I'm going to play a track called "Ghost in the Shell," and after that I'll play "Fall," which I've just released on Bandcamp.
Yes, that's one of your new tracks.
Yes.
Lovely.
So yeah, cool.
Thank you.
Okay. I'll start somewhere where we can compare. handsome. I'm just a soul. I'm just the kid that always plays alone. I can see that you can see right through me, 'cause words at the tip of your toe. Can you read my thoughts? Can you read my mind? You're coming close to death. I'm really not that kind. I'm just a ghost in a shell, and I'm not feeling quite well. Quite well. So come on, Necromancer, teach me the ways. Show me the blood. I could go on for days. Give me the hunger, give me the time. Show me the pain, the anger, and the hurt. Can you read my thoughts? Can you read my mind? You're coming close to death. I'm really not that kind. I'm just a ghost in a shell, and I'm not feeling quite well. Quite well. Can you read my thoughts? Can you read my mind? You're coming close to death. I'm really not that kind. I'm just a ghost in a shell, and I'm not feeling quite well. That's that one.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers. And yeah, this one's called Fall. There's an envy in the air, covered by a tattoo veil. Whispers in the wind, screaming thou must not fail. And the water's running red with a fit of jealousy. Whispers in the wind, screaming, why can't it be me? time I'm giving. You waste your time on giving. You waste your time on giving. You waste your time on giving. Oh, oh. You waste your time on giving. Cheers.
Beautiful. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Lovely.
Cheers. Thank you.
When you first started playing, presumably you didn't have that much material of your own. Did you start off with covers?
Yes. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I had a couple of songs, handful, but I started doing covers and stuff on YouTube, which is still up, by the way, if you want to check them out. They're really old and bad.
Who did you choose to cover?
Oh, loads of people. Oh, God. Florence and the Machine. Who else did I do? There's some Alexis on Fire on there as well.
And is this because you liked that music, or you thought it would suit your
pretty much just because I liked it? It was nothing to do with whether I could play it or not. I mean, I did a cover of Lose Yourself by Eminem as well, so it's like, yeah, it's not my style at all, but I just thought, screw it.
And I've also heard another of my reresearchers that you did mashups.
Yeah.
Like Stars on 45.
I love doing mashups. Yeah, I love it. I just think, you know, I'm sitting there like playing a song and whatever, and it's like, oh, this sounds like this song. This sounds like this song, and yeah, I mean, I've got like 5 mashups now. I do need to get them.
So you're running them into each other.
Pretty much. Yeah, like as many songs as I can fit into one as possible. Yeah. No, I love it. It's great fun.
You must do, because another of my researchers, we've got a big team here, obviously, pointed out that you'd done a gig in Thornton, was it, where you played a 3-hour set?
Yeah.
That's a heck of a set.
Yeah. It was. I was considerably drunk as well, which helped. But yeah, it was, I mean, I used to actually, believe it or not, I was 15 when I started working at the Bricklayers Arms in Thornton. Yeah. And the guys there are absolutely beautiful, obviously, like the guys that own the Bricklayers Arms, and that I was a pot washer there, so it's quite a small village and everyone just gets to know each other, so it was almost like a homecoming gig sort of thing. I felt, you know, made me feel really welcome, and I know everyone that lives there and they're all sound, so yeah, it was great. I had great fun.
So quite a special gig for you.
Yeah, it was, yeah. And I mean, 3 hours, it felt like 3 minutes, really, because it was just one of those gigs.
When you play gigs, are there some that stand out in your mind as having been particularly either enjoyable or you feel you played particularly well?
I'm always quite self-critical, so maybe the latter, perhaps not like, you know, whether I play particularly well or not, but in terms of having like an awesome time, I'd have to say maybe OBS Unplugged. I think it was 2013. I was on the stage and there was just so many people like backed up to the door, and you know, basically the crowd was singing along to one of my songs, and I don't know if you've ever experienced that or not, Trev, but I haven't, but like will. It's just amazing. It's the most amazing feeling.
Which song was it?
It was Escape. Yeah, and it was just mind blowing. Honestly, it was amazing. I think that has to be one of my favourite times.
Did you literally feel goosebumps come up?
I don't even know. I just felt like I was flying. Yeah. Really, without sounding like, you know, too fairy tale or whatever. But no, it was amazing. Yeah.
What do you think generally about the Leicester music scene? I mean, you mentioned the musician. We're lucky in Leicester. We've got quite a few similar kind of venues.
Yeah, I mean, the music scene's great here. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, I wish people would more, you know, like to get out more and see people, because there's so many great musicians. You know, there's so many great bands, and I mean, we all know that each other are great bands, but there needs to be more people to experience these great bands, I think. But yeah, I think the venue, the venues are really good as well. Yeah,
it's a recurring theme that people who do go to gigs know how good the bands are. The venues are good. It's not an expensive night out.
Yeah.
But somehow you can't get past the hurdle of getting people who don't come to gigs just to try it once.
Yeah.
And to see how good it is. It doesn't cost a lot. It's only $5 usually to get in to see 3 or 4 bands.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know if you've any ideas, but I just wish we knew something that would get more people out.
Well, I think this is helping.
Hopefully.
Definitely, yeah.
It's one of the aims.
It's one of, yeah, exactly. I mean, you're filming artists talk about the music and stuff, and yeah, I mean, hopefully that'll bring people out of the woodwork. But
what's the kind of feeling between artists? I mean, I don't know if you are of the same opinion, but we seem to have a rather rich batch at the moment of very good, particularly female singer-songwriters.
Yeah.
Do you interact? Do you talk? Do you know a lot of the others? Do you talk to them a lot?
Yeah, I mean, there's Mary Everett and Andrea, and you know what I was going to name. I mean, Becky Edwards as well. There is so many amazing female artists.
I wasn't going to name anybody because I'd be sure to miss somebody, and I don't want to.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I've missed a million of them. Yeah, really sorry. Just off the top of my head, though, without excluding anybody. But yeah, I mean,
do you
we
think
all
there's
talk.
A reason why Leicester has such a rich vein of talent?
I don't know, to be honest. I mean, I guess it helps having really talented musicians to look up to. Like, I mean, I'm thinking of an example here. Like, I was at the Musician and I saw Mark Elliott play for the first time. I don't know if you've seen Mark Elliott, but he was doing this tappy thing on his guitar, and I was like, I could do that, And it's almost like you see something, you take it, you try it for your own, you go out, you try it, and hopefully that will make someone else do it the same. And I've lost my point here, but but basically, I think because there's such talented people, it's bringing out people to be talented, because
so it's encouraging them to try themselves. Yeah,
that's the word I was looking for. Yeah, it just encourages people, like you say. I mean, we all talk to each other, and we all just kind of spur each other on without, obviously,
So there's no great rivalry or nastiness or competition?
No, it's not nasty. No, nothing's
People
nasty.
Encourage each
other.
Other.
It's just encouraging, and there's still that kind of competition that is created within yourself. You want to be the best, sort of thing. Like, so there is that, but there's definitely no evil or nasty in it.
So you mentioned with Mark Elliott, you saw him do the tappy slappy stuff, and you've adopted that. That slightly surprises me that there don't seem to be more actual Leicester musicians going to more gigs, because I imagine any musician can learn something almost from any gig. But you go to quite a few gigs.
Yeah, well, I play at quite a few, so that helps. Yeah, but no, I mean, if there's a cracking lineup, and I see names that I know, and I see and if someone says, look, there's this guy that's just come out of the woodwork, as I've been saying, you ought to check him out. Yeah, definitely check him out.
Is there anybody particularly you're watching at the moment in Leicester or admire?
Oh God, so many.
Sorry
people.
to put you on the spot.
I know, what are you doing to me? Always Rhett Barrow. Absolutely adore Rhett Barrow.
Because he's doing a single video soon, isn't he?
He is, and guess who's playing?
On the 4th of April.
On the 4th of April, yeah, which is on my little list of things that I should be saying right now. Thank you, Trevor. Yeah, on the 4th of April, yeah, I'm playing for his live video thing, for his single Age. So I'm really looking forward to that.
I'd encourage everybody to get down to that.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, who else is there? Humdrum.
Yeah.
Mikey
Kurzlicks.
Yes, yeah, very good. Yeah, really good watch. Trying to think who else.
That's okay. You can think while you're playing your next few songs for us.
Okay, I probably won't. But okay. Sorry.
Yeah, if we could ask you to play another couple, that'd be lovely.
Yeah,
please.
cool. there will be a slight tune-up in between, if that's
right.
okay with everybody in the ether and in the room. I'm going to play my first song, which is Rejection, and then I'll be playing a song called Rhythm.
Rhythm.
So yeah, Rhythm and Rejection. It's a tongue twister. But yeah, first one's Rejection.
Lovely.
So I'll disappear from this side, let you be the one that you desire, and I will sit and observe at the monstrosities in me. How could I have been so blind to see that it's you that you want and not me? I never was your type of girl, but damn, I would have given you the whole world. I never was your type of fling, but damn, I would have given you everything, everything. Catch me if you can, 'cause I'm running away, running away. Catch me if you dare, 'cause I swear I'll kiss you right here on the dance floor. I always want more. Please say you'll stay. Catch me if you can, 'cause I'm running away, running away from rejection. And I could dream of a choice. No, you won't make you say your voice lines my voice, but you can't set my body and soul, 'cause I give it all to give you that glimmer in your eyes. I can't disguise that you never want me at all. Catch me if you can, 'cause I'm running away, running away. Catch me if you dare, 'cause I swear I'll kiss you right here on the dance floor. I always want more. Please say you'll stay. Catch me if you can, 'cause I'm running away, running away from rejection. Catch me if you can, 'cause I'm running away, running away. Catch me if you dare, 'cause I swear I'll kiss you right here on the dance floor. I always want more. Please say you'll stay. Catch me if you can, 'cause I'm running away, 'cause I'm running away, 'cause I'm running away, 'cause I'm running away, 'cause I'm running away from rejection. Thank you. Cheers. Okay then.
This is the tune-up.
Yeah, it's a very difficult process in which I do this face and hope that the string doesn't snap.
How long have you had the digital tuner?
Not very long, actually. Like,
help?
yeah, massively. Yeah, definitely. I just really hope that it doesn't snap. Okay. This is the last time I'm tuning up. Actually, that's a lie. There you go. The sweet sound of Dadgad. Right, okay. This song's called Rhythm.
nice. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Where do your songs come from in terms of the inspiration? Because some of the songs seem to have a slightly dark, almost sad feel to them.
A lot of life experiences. To be blunt, life experiences. And I mean, with what I write about, it tends to be come from a feeling as opposed to something specifically that has happened to me. It's more about describing the feeling that I've had from the experience, so to speak. And unfortunately, 90% of them are sad. Yeah.
And do you have a quite a prolific amount of songs that you write, or do you have enough for, say, another album?
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely.
And is there another album on the cards?
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely.
Because I've noticed the last couple of tracks you've done, I think you've been producing them yourself on GarageBand.
On GarageBand,
so you're
I
quite
know.
techie. Has that been a steep learning curve?
It is literally just, I'm really feeling my way with it. I wouldn't say I was techie. I just know if it sounds okay or not, really. But yeah, no, GarageBand is, it's available, it's there. So I thought, well, why not? I mean, I've got Studio One Artist, which is a program I actually bought, but I mean, it took me a while just to find how to record, let alone, everything else. So, I mean, GarageBand is really easy to use, so that's just the tool that I'm using right now, and it's doing me all right, really.
You must have been quite happy, because Glitch, which I think was that the first one you self-produced?
Yeah, it was the first.
That got a good reaction.
It did, got a fantastic reaction. It was something that I hadn't wrote first and then recorded. I just I wrote it as I went along, as producing it as well. So yeah, it was a really awesome experience, actually. I've never wrote a song like that before, where I've been writing it as I've been recording it at the same time and thinking, oh, I want to put some harmonies in this bit, and you just do it. And I mean, I didn't even have, one of these at the time. I was just, using the input in the actual
microphone on the computer.
Yeah, on the computer. Right. Yeah, and it sounds great, doesn't it? It sounds alright.
You couldn't tell that.
So I was pretty chuffed.
And is it a question of mixing? You'll have to forgive my ignorance on recording layers. Do you put down vocals, then you do guitar, then you add a bit of harmony, so it's like 3, 4, 5 layers?
Yeah. I mean, I start with the guitar first, and then I can kind of record the vocals after that, and then beat myself up a little bit and record them again, and then do that several times, and then everything else just kind of comes along with it.
And do you see that as your way forward? Do you think you'll probably self-produce?
I think so. Next? Yeah, I think so. I mean, it'd be great, obviously it'd be great to work in a proper professional studio and things like that, but I think definitely as a core demo of it, I don't see why not, really.
And what is coming up? Have you got an EP coming, or an LP? Sorry, a CD.
Right then, okay. This is when my little piece of paper is important. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna eventually be doing an album, and I'm also working on I'll be featured on a compilation album for the campaign, which is Hope Not Hate. I don't know if you've heard of Hope Not Hate.
I don't really know the details.
Yeah,
of it.
well, basically they're kind of like a pressure group, which are anti-fascism, anti-racism, and they work with. They've got lots of like little. I say little. It's not little at all. But they've got like a group called CAS, which is like I can't remember the full name. Community Alliance Against Sexual Exploitation. There you go.
We got there in the
Nailed
end.
It. Yeah. And they work against political parties. It's more political, but things like the BNP and UKIP. But I'll be featured on a 22 track, I think it's 22 tracks, compilation album, which will also feature people like Billy Bragg and Paul Heaton.
All right. Do they know that they're mixing with you?
They'll be, they know that they'll be on this CD.
That must be quite a boost for their careers.
yeah, totally, yeah.
You can see them down the pub.
Huh?
They'll be telling the mates down the pub. I'm on a CD with Siobhan Mazzei.
I wish that was true, but it's not.
You don't know what this year holds.
Yeah, well, that is true. Well, I mean, hopefully this is a really good, this will be a really good kind of pushing me out there
Broaden
sort of thing. Yeah, definitely.
Fan base a bit.
I'll be performing the track that will be on the album in a bit, actually.
Lovely.
But yeah, I'm really excited. It's going to get some good exposure, and to be alongside, Billy Bragg and Paul Heaton, it's like, whoa. That's
and have
big.
you many gigs coming up?
Yes. Again, the important piece of paper. I've got a gig at Donkey on the 27th of March, which is a Wake Up Promotions gig. I'm also playing at the Learn to Play day at Sheehan's. I think I'm on about 11:30, which is awesome because I absolutely love Sheehan's. I love the guys there. And as you rightly mentioned before, 4th of April for Rhett's single launch.
It should be fun.
For Age, single launch, filming his single, that thing, So it's good. Life is good.
And do you set any sort of have you got any ambitions, any targets for this year? Is there anything particularly you want to achieve? Have you played much out of Leicester yet?
I think I've played a lot in Leicester.
Yeah.
I definitely need to broaden my horizon, so to speak. It's just I'll be honest, I don't know how to really go sort of about it.
Yeah, I was going to say, how easy is that to do when
literally, I'm a beginner. I'd definitely love to go on a tour. I'd love to release another EP and just get out there more and my number one ambition anyway is just to be heard.
Yeah.
Really.
What about festivals? Have you got any of them lined up for the summer? That can be a way of expanding your reach.
I'll definitely be playing at Foxton Locks and Cosby Big Love. I'll be playing at that as well, definitely. I'm trying to think of other festivals that I'm playing at this year. I can't think on the top of my head. But yeah, I love playing festivals anyway, so any festival people out there, if you want to ask me to play at your festival, that'd be awesome.
Siobhan is available.
Yeah, I'm available. Give me a date.
I'm afraid we're reaching... In fact, we've overshot a little bit, but that's what happens.
Sorry.
It's not a problem. No. If I could just finish off with one question that did intrigue me. Again, one of my researchers pointed out that you'd said on Facebook in the middle of February you were 16 likes away from 666.
Yeah.
Today, you were 3 likes away from 666. Can I just ask you, what's going to happen when you reach 666? What will you turn into?
Well, basically, the idea is that I'm going to implode and turn into a ball of flames and...
I hope it doesn't happen tonight then. Because we're not insured for this room.
No, nothing will happen. I'll just feel like really hardcore, basically. That's it. Like, I'll just be really pleased.
You'll have to get a screenshot of when you actually hit 666.
I know. I can't even believe I was 3 away. You've just informed me of that. I'm really excited about that.
That's the value of the good researchers on this team.
I know. You guys are awesome. You know more about my life than I do. It's awesome.
Well, again, I'd just like to say thank you very much for coming in.
You.
We really enjoyed your music.
Yeah, cheers.
I'd also like to say thanks to the Soundhouse and to Greg for accommodating us.
Yes,
thanks to Bav and Joe for sorting out the audio and the production. And if we could ask you to finish off with a final song, that would be lovely.
A final song.
And to everybody watching, please get out to some of these gigs. Come along and see Siobhan and all the other brilliant musicians around Leicester. You're missing a treat if you're not seeing them.
Okay. A final song. I'm picking out of 2 now. Either Glitch or Courage of Your Convictions. Glitch. Do you reckon? Okay. Sorry. If you want to hear Courage of Your Convictions, then you'll have to buy the compilation album, which will be out around May or June for Hope Not Hate. Excellent. There you go. That's good promo. That is. Much. Cheers. Right. Yeah. This is Glitch. very much.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.